Support TOHO taking over our city water system. I think it's one of our main source of revenue. But I do support is also taking on the responsibility of fixing it. I think there is an issue. I don't think we should be selling our water to any entity with at least fixing it. I mean, I'm pretty good at buying distressed business myself. I mean, I'm pretty good with it upside down. If I got it set, at least let me put it the way it is and then let's fix it. But that's not the point. I think we could keep our water. We should fix it. I mean, we should definitely fix our pipe. One more thing, I mean, I think we got State Rep, Craig Hawkins got $500,000 for a seaplane base. Can he go back there and get us a few $1 million and try fixing the old pipe? I mean, we can do a few things. One last thing I want to say as a businessman, I mean, have we RFP to any other entity, maybe OUC, can have them bring us another quote, but just to TOHO? I mean, first of all, I'm not into selling the water. My thing is let's fix it and let's keep the revenue in the town.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Maker.
So there's three elements that have to be considered to whether TOHO water taking over is a good idea. The first one is during the budget hearing, they said it would be better for the citizens. 75 to 85% would see a rate reduction, but they did not provide any tangible numbers to support that. So I think before we make any decisions related to how that's going to go, we have to see the numbers. And rest assured, if sale is on the table, the constituents definitely need to know that that is only done through referendum, so you have a vote in that. Number two, we have to make sure that the city employees that would potentially be taken over by that, they have to be guaranteed more than 12 months, more than 18 months. They have to know that their livelihood is going to still be there if something like that occurs. And the third thing, I'd like to see them in their presentation, I'd like to see them offer their perspective on how they would fix the current issues that we have. Do they agree with what we're doing? Do they think the pipe should be replaced? I want them to bring that to the table when they bring their presentation then, and then we can all make the right decision.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Rivera.
I live behind neighborhood Walmart, and the city is there all the time fixing the water in my street and other streets. And I think it's time for giving other opportunities to other companies to look into this problem and see how they can get this better, fixing the pipes and getting the water in a better shape. There's a lot of sediment inside the pipes, and that probably needs to be replaced completely, but there's a lot of money involved. And also the tax money that goes to the city for the water, that needs to be reviewed. So I believe that there's a lot of things that need to be reviewed when that happens.
Thank you. Mr. Urban.
So Jose and Daniel make some really good points. Look, everybody up here agrees that we must provide safe, clean water for our residents. I've had several meetings with Marjorie, who's our public works director. I know they've been working around the clock to help fix this issue with ice pigging. I know they're starting a unidirectional flushing program through a lot of the city coming up here. So I want to have regular meetings as a city council member with our city manager and with our public works department, because this has to be a priority. This has to be fixed. I attended the city workshop where TOHO made their presentation. I don't think we have enough details yet to say whether or not that is a good option for our residents and for our city, but the bottom line is this must be resolved. I don't want to be still sitting here talking about this next year. This has to be resolved for our citizens. It's going to be my #1 priority from day one. So thanks.
So I first want to say that I would not make a final decision on if TOHO should take over the water without knowing all of the information first, without understanding how the employees are going to transfer over from St. Cloud Utilities to TOHO, and understanding what that means for economic development in St. Cloud. Now, I know that the water in the past has been a strong revenue generator for St. Cloud, and I also know that the management team is doing a lot right now, and I think they're on the right track. And I think that if we could gain back the trust of the citizens, that would be a very good thing for the city of St. Cloud to keep the utilities, as well as keeping the employees, keeping their benefits, keeping their retirement and things like that in the city of St. Cloud. I also understand though the interconnectivity of TOHO water and St. Cloud water, and that we have to work together with TOHO and we have to look to the future, and TOHO is definitely going to be an organization that we're going to have to work with whether we keep our utilities or not.
Thank you, sir.